Hi, I'm Grace Speroni, and welcome to Conversations with the ERC5. Today, I am so delighted to have with us Sherri Via from the 350 Grill. Sherri, welcome to the podcast. It's a pleasure to have you here with us.
Thank you. Pleased to be here.
You look fabulous as always.
Oh, so kind. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're very welcome. So, Sherri, tell us about the 350 Grill and how did you get involved in the restaurant business? It's a lot of work. I applaud you.
Well, thank you.
So tell us what led you to this.
I've been in the service industry my whole life. I think my first job was actually a waitress at W.T. Grant stores.
Really?
Crazy, right? But my grandmother on my father's side was a chef. My mother's brother is a chef, and we're all fabulous cookers. We all can cook. We're all big. And so I'm a foodie. I love eating. We love to cook. And just one thing led to another. And I just stayed in the business and got more and more involved and ended up buying my own place.
And created the beautiful 350 Grill.
Yes, that is a creation of all my favorite restaurants all over the country. So the exposed brick, the first time I saw that in a restaurant was in New Orleans, and it's everywhere. Little things like that. I went to a restaurant in Las Vegas, and they had the hooks underneath the bar for the pocketbooks, which everybody has now. But I think I might have been one of the first to have it. So just all little things that I liked. The big round booths, Las Vegas style.
Yes.
And mine were bigger and better. I had them built at Alden Furniture in Connecticut.
Okay.
And he said to me, "These are like, a good foot higher than most booths." And I said, "That's because I want it to be better, bigger and better." So it's just a conglomeration of everything I learned and saw.
I love it. It's got a great vibe. And to what you said, like every time I'm in there, I get a different feel. Oh, yeah, it reminds me when we were in New Orleans. Or when the patio doors are all wide open, it's like, oh, it's almost like you're in a grotto in here. And then you go outside to the patio. And I love that the doors open up. And then this time of the year, when the music is inside, it just kind of gently flows out onto the patio. And it's got this great vibe. It's just fabulous.
And, people love that patio. We even served New Year's Eve dinner out there. Because it's heated.
Yeah.
And we put the windows up, and people want to eat outside. And they have the music, and it's been great for me.
That's fantastic. I love it because sometimes when you're out on the patio in some restaurants, you are separate from the actual restaurant and what's happening inside. But that's not the case there. You just feel like you're part of what's happening inside, but yet you have this gorgeous patio. And you think you're somewhere else. It always transports me somewhere else. Yes. So I love it.
We've had a lot of events outside too, like weddings or food tastings, Jack and Jill's. People love it outside. It's great.
And each section sort of has a different feel because you have the patio and then you've got the restaurant. And then I was surprised you also have that banquet room in the back, and that is really beautiful too. It's got just another vibe to it, but I love it. And you can host, is it like 40 to 50 people
40 to
in
50
there?
people comfortably, especially if it's a sit-down dinner, because you don't want to be sitting on top of each other. But yeah, we do a lot of parties back there, a lot of business meetings.
I was going to say, so as a business, I would think if you're looking for a different way to bring your employees together or launch a new product or idea, I think that is a perfect location for it.
Thank you. Yes, and we do a lot of that, and it's great.
Well, we're looking forward to a few collaborations in the months to come.
I hope so.
That involve the patio and involve the banquet room. So we're very excited about that.
We're going to be open with welcome arms.
Thank you. And our viewers will have to stay tuned for information on that, which they'll get soon enough. But how do you always keep it current? And it doesn't feel like this was done 10 years ago when you never updated it. It just always seems very current and relevant. And the menu too, like how do you sit down and come up with creative new items to add to the menu?
Well, we change the menu with the seasons. So it's changed 4 times a year. So that's one thing. And we try to do things that are seasonable, of course, with the seasons.
Right.
So try to do a lot of vegetables and local farms during the summer. In the fall, of course, we go with the heavier foods. In the winter, maybe like a little bit more special food because, it's a lot of Christmas parties, New Year's Eve, that type of thing. We just start all over again in the spring. So, and our idea is, well, like I said, we're all foodies. My chef, two of my sisters work with me or for me, and they're chefs as well. And so we all go out to dinner, and I guess we steal ideas from other chefs, whatever.
I really like this. So how can I put my spin on it?
Right. I think that's what everybody does, kind of, and so, and my chef is Spanish, so he puts a lot of Spanish stuff on the menu in the fall. It's kind of, it's fun, just another little trick here and there. It's just fun. That's how we do it, though. We go. So we're all taking a big trip to Hell's Kitchen to go see Gordon Ramsay's food.
Are you?
Taking the staff, we're all going to go and see what we like or don't like about his menu and maybe steal a few ideas.
There you go. That's a great idea. We were just talking about Gordon. It's just that fear of Gordon. The food looks fabulous, terrific, but he does have quite the temperament.
I don't think I really want to meet him. I just want to steal his ideas.
Want to see what he's got on his menu and how can I bring this back to the 350?
Well, he's famous for the beef Wellington, but we already have beef Wellington on the menu, so maybe we'll just take a few peeks at something else.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. What's your favorite part about the meal? Is it the starters, the appetizers, first course, second course, dessert? Like for me, I always wish I could see the dessert menu before I order my food so that I can make sure I leave room for it. What do you like to focus on?
I don't know, like I love food. I love
All
everything. So I try to get something totally different for each course. So I can have like a little tasting of whether it's seafood or steak or whatever. I happen to like the whole like raw tuna, that type of stuff. So I try to go with something like that for a starter. And desserts, we love dessert. All of our desserts are homemade, and that's what one of my sisters is a baker, and she does all the baking. And we had a customer.
It's a family affair.
It truly is. We had a customer in last weekend, and they were from New Jersey, and they were just doing like an East Coast drive up, and they ended up staying at the casino for a few nights, and they came to our restaurant. They just Googled steaks because they wanted to go for a steakhouse, and they came and they ordered clam chowder. He said, well, I really want to just try something New Englandy, but I'm a real critic. So my other sister, the bartender, was behind the bar, and she said, it's the best clam chowder you're ever going to have. So I'm listening to her, and they get a bowl, and they split it, and he calls me over and goes, she was right. This is by far the best clam chowder I've ever had. So they eat their dinner. They had a steak marsala, and then they asked for dessert. So she's naming off the desserts, and he said, you don't happen to have carrot cake. He's in the middle. And she goes, yes, that's one of our signature items. He said, well, I'm a real critic. We don't get to eat it because my kids don't like it. So I said, well, order it. Again, he says, this is the best carrot cake I ever had. So I'm like looking at him.
He's
thinking,
a great customer,
you should
right?
Be a commercial for me. So, we're just lucky that we have little signature items, and they're ours.
Yeah.
So that's...
And they're delicious. And you mentioned your sister was bartending. You also have great cocktails.
Yeah.
You've just got a little bit of everything.
We do.
For
She's won a
everyone.
few competitions with crazy cocktails. So it's good. It's fun.
And then you have the music. You really bring in great musicians. I love the jazz. I love everything. How do you find these artists that you bring in?
Well, a lot of them refer each other. Okay. For one thing, I'm big on live entertainment, and for me, dinner is it's your night out. I don't want to go and eat dinner and then go to a movie or go look for something else to do. I mean, unless perhaps you're going to a concert. But so I like to have the dining experience and then be able to stay later and have a few drinks, maybe dance. So it's your night out. It's even if you're just with the girls and you're just hanging out and having whatever. So some of the musicians have referred other musicians. Plus, just through the years, you hear bands, you see, and I just walk up to them, ask them for their card, and see if they are interested in playing. So we have live music Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And Sunday in the fall until maybe June is jazz. So a lot of the local jazz people are around for that. And then in the summertime, we have bands again. Bands or DJs, a little bit less formal, so that, maybe on the way home from the beach, you don't want to go home and cook?
Yeah. Stop in and enjoy some music and,
sit on the patio, have some steamers.
There you go.
Yeah.
Sounds like the perfect way to end the weekend when you're coming home from the beach.
Well, I think so.
I love it. That's what I love about the 350 Grill. I think you've got a great eye and you pay attention to the smallest details. And I think that's what makes it such a fabulous night out experience. And I think every time we go out, we should have this great experience that, you take away and it's like, oh, I just had the best time. When are we going back?
Oh, thank you.
And you do a great job of that.
Thank you. I think it's important that all of the employees and myself keep in touch with the customer. Make sure if you came in, hi Grace, how are you? Yeah. People want to know that that they're there. I think, and so I think having a good greeting and goodbye, and it's nice. Some people have their favorite waitress they ask for, and it's very important to me for all of my employees to maintain a relationship with all of the regulars, at least. Yes.
Well, you do a fabulous job at that. Thank you so much for joining me. I wish we had more time to keep on talking about food and your beautiful restaurant.
Thank you.
But for our viewers who might want to reach out to you or want more information about the 350 Grill, how can they get in touch with you?
Well, we're on Facebook, Instagram, Open Table. So
any one of those
places. We have a website.
Okay.
So,
well, wonderful. Thank you so much. And I'm looking forward to our collaborations in the future. And our viewers can catch us on Facebook, because once it happens, we will make sure pictures are out there for everyone to enjoy. Sherri, thank you so much for joining us. It's a pleasure.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
And thank you for joining us for today's podcast. If you would like to be a guest with us here at Stonegate Studios, go to our website at ERC5.com and you can fill in the submission to be the next guest here. Thank you.